Oh my god, Sheriff. Well, this is alright, mate. Alright, deputy, get the notepad out. Oh yes, right, I'm not sheriff. Victim is a male, early 50s, one James Scott. Mayor James Scott. Oh no, the mayor's dead. Male, 50s, Scott James, of course, death. Fatal bullet wound, left temple, looks to be high caliber. Sole witness is a very short ballerina. What? Oh, what now? The music box. Okay, no time for jokes, buddy. This is hardly a good time for jokes, deputy. Sorry. Just finish your notes and sprint back to the office. Ask Jonesy to patch you through to homicide downtown. I hear they've got a new ace detective. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to My Burden to Keep. I saw the images of this in itchio, and I liked it, so I downloaded it, and we're gonna play it. All I know is that we're playing as a detective. Or both, I don't know. Let's get into it. Point and click adventures, fun. What a mess. I knew I shouldn't have convinced my father to go to the party. Oh no. It's not your fault that it turned out like this, Gabriel. God knows your father's had to put up with a lot. Dad's told me all about it. It's no surprise that he finally snapped. Maybe you're right. I still can't help but feel responsible. So, don't you care about my father's beliefs, I mean? Gosh no, I don't care what he believes or why. Do you know him well? No, not very much, really. Based on how he described him, though, it seems like a very kind man. Perhaps too kind. That doesn't sound like him. He was always strict with me when I grew up, but never unfair. He'd always help people out, family, friends, neighbours, strangers. It's a shame, really. He seemed so helpful that life would change for the better over here. But it seems not. All hope is not lost yet. There are people there who don't judge, people who see everyone else as just that people. This town might not be the right place for him. Heck, I doubt it's the right place for any one of us. You don't like it here? Well, it's alright, I guess, if you don't have high demands. I dream about living more exciting lives through in a bigger city. You know what? This town doesn't deserve you. Or rather, you deserve better, Emily. You're too sweet. We should get some rest now, sleep off the alcohol. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Time to get to work. Yeah, sure, I'm certain that won't... Oh my god, no, moving text. If he is indeed on the run, we might find something that'll lead us to him, however. In case I'm wrong about his homecoming, though, I keep your revolver handy. If he is our guy, there's a known what he might try to pull. Thanks for the tip, Detective Dial. Forgive my curiosity, but is it true that you have 6th sense for crime solving, I mean? Evidently, but don't call me the superhero detective for nothing. I'm just pulling your leg, sir. Oh, I see. I would rather call it being perceptive, patient to search for the revealing details. Anyhow, enough idle chat. Let's go see if our suspect is home. Local law enforcement, Mr. Henrik. If you're present, let us know. If you're there, open the door now for your own sake, sir. Right, that's it, you son of a bitch. Whoa, what the hell? Well, she changed colour. Greetings, sir, madame. Excuse the rude wake-up. I'm afraid we're here on serious business. Are you gonna... Godfrey? No, I'm his son, Gabriel. Why has something happened to my father? Well, I have some bad news. A figure whose description fits your father has been seen fleeing from the mayor's mansion. The mayor himself shot dead. Terrible tragedy. You would not have to... Oh my god, I'd completely... My father is dead? Oh, you couldn't find it in the least put a bit more delicately? Yeah, Miss Scott, should have done my homework. Yeah, you're stupid. Well, since it's out there now, I must ask you both. Do you know of Mr. Heinrich's whereabouts? My father would never do James any harm. He was his only true friend, the only one who respected and not an excuse for a town. We really are to get to the station and take it from there. We'll let you two youngsters get ready, then we'll all head to the station. I'm terribly sorry for your loss, Miss Scott. This is Detective Francis Dale speaking. The date is... What is today's date? Oh, come on, detective. Today's date is the 3rd of May, 1941. Oh my god, that's all. Sorry about that. Gottfried Heinrich. Gabriel, we suspect that your father might be the one who murdered the local mayor. Mr. James Scott, early this morning. My father would never do such a thing. Why is he a suspect? Because he was Jewish? Oh my. Please calm down, Gabriel. This has nothing to do with your father's beliefs. An anonymous search states that a figure fitting your father's physique was seen escaping the scene. We estimate that he fled around 5 minutes after the crime took place. My question to you, Gabriel, is... Oh, selections! I'm actually trying to play the game now. Play the game. Ask about Godfrey's whereabouts. Ask about Gabriel and Emily. Ask about Gabriel's relationship with his father. How well do you know your father, Gabriel? Well enough to know that he wouldn't kill someone. So the town of you are very close then? Well, okay, so I might not know everything about him. But he's a very kind, respectful man. He wouldn't hurt anyone. Have you inherited his beliefs, so to say? I was once Jewish like him, but I lost faith. How come? I came here from Germany. The council imposed rather strict laws regarding Jews. In short, we were all to be killed. After I heard of what had happened to the Jewish in Poland, I couldn't believe in anything any longer. I've heard stories of what's been going on over there. Terrible, truly terrible. I wasted no time waiting for them to find out about my heritage. I fled as soon as I had finished medical school. Then you must be reunited with your father recently. Yes. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Does he know that you've abandoned your religion? No, he doesn't. Oh, I didn't have the heart to tell him, with all that he's gone through lately. Besides, he's been a bit off lately. Off? How? Not his usual cheerful self. Sure, it's probably mostly because of how he's been treated. But he's never let things like get to him. Not this badly. I think I understand. Thank you for the information. So, you and the mayor's daughter, huh? Yeah, one of us. Might there be any details regarding the two of you that could help the case? Not that I can think of. We got to know each other just yesterday. But you slept in the same house, okay. And you're docked the harbour already. What are you implying? Is this really irrelevant? Yes? Never mind, let's change the topic. Do you know of your father's whereabouts? No, I don't. Besides, why should I tell you? I'm an agent of the law, and it would be wise to tell me what you know. Well, I told you. I don't know where he is. Are you absolutely certain? If we find him proves to be innocent, as you claim, this mess would blow over faster. I'm sorry, I don't know where he is. When he left the apartment, Father stayed at the mayor's mansion. What? The sheriff claims that he was at a party held at the mayor's last night. Yeah, there was this banquet for local business owners. Father was invited despite the dismay of most other guests. So Mr. Heinrich is not well liked among the rich. I guess you could say that, yeah. Did anything of particular interest occur? I did have a few drinks, so I may not remember all the details, but... Okay, so these are the two people I'm playing as. Tell Francis about the events in general, tell Francis about meeting Emily, divert Francis' attention to other attendees. You know what? So, I did get to know a very lovely young woman, Miss Emily Scott. She seems lovely indeed. Very tragic that her whole ordeal with her father. Would you deem this would help the investigation, though? Not really, I guess. Noted. Let's try that question again, shall we? Okay, so we're gonna select the right things. Did anything of particular interest occur? Other guests. You should be arresting pretty much anyone but my father, you know. You did mention that he had few enemies? Well, not intentionally. Father's just been trying to live life and help people. He must have been a friend of Mayor James since he was invited. Yeah, Mr. Scott was pretty much Father's only ally in this town. Did he confess we will get around to questioning more people. As we make more progressive with the investigation, let's try and reach conclusion to this session first, however, deal. Alright, deal. We arrived at the party a few minutes late, which I blame on the cab driver. We referring to... Oh, me and my father. Thank you, process. Well, we stood idly for a while, just observing the people. I was most likely sure no one tried to pick a fight with my father. How come? He's not very well liked among the richer people. I guess they regard him as an outsider preying on the city's money. I assume his salary is paid by City Hall then? Yes, he runs the local soup kitchen, feeding the poor and less fortunate. A man of well intentions, one would assume. Oh yes, he's always been very helpful and kind. It certainly doesn't fit the figure of a murder suspect. I wouldn't say no. Well, Gabriel, I know it may be difficult to grasp. But these ordinary people can also become criminals. My father wouldn't, especially not his only and best friend. Their relation might have given him a motive. An uncomfortable circumstance, perhaps, that led to an act of hatred such as the tragic incident. You sound confident that my father is the murderer. Not quite the contrary, just helping you see things from my perspective as a detective. I need to assume things to have them proven true or false. Anyhow, tell me more of the party. Well, my father walked over to the mayor to try to work his way into the conversation. I left him to myself, thinking he'd be safe with the mayor around him and all. So I struck up conversation with a woman standing nearby who happened to be Miss Scott. Interesting, interesting. I noted that you said you assumed your father to be safe. Yeah, well, a while later, me and Emily heard voices from downstairs, angry and shouting. I recognized my father's voice, so we ran down. This may be something. What happened? The local priest was shouting at my father, uttering hateful words and the like. My father finally stood up for him and defended. Okay. Eventually, the mayor interrupted, telling the priest to leave. The mood kind of faded from there, so everyone else started leaving. I see. Thank you. This information has been helpful. Oh, so much reading. What happened after the fight? I want to know. I don't care about the priest. You mentioned that everyone left the party. Care to elaborate a bit more? Yeah, well, the mayor asked us to stay at least the attendees were leaving. He said he wanted to discuss things with my dad. Did Mr. Scott seem upset, troubled? I would say he seemed worried more than anything. So I guess troubled would be accurate. Interesting. What happened then? After everyone else had left, the four of us just chatted for a while. Mr. Scott then asked me to go back to my father's apartment and take Emily along with me. Understandable, they probably wanted to discuss things in private. So you and young Miss Scott left for the apartment. Your father stayed for how long? I'm not sure, he didn't come back to the apartment. Not that I noticed anyway. Come to think of it, he mentioned that he only had one key. With regard to this information, we may assume that he stayed at the mansion. Logical, and a mayor of that size must contain a few guest rooms. Well, unless we have any details to add, I'd say we're finished. I'd like to ask you to keep a lookout for Gertrude and that you report to us if... Yes? Detective Dale, we've received word from the assistant at the soup kitchen. Someone has supposedly broken into the cellar. Perfect timing, Sheriff. We're just wrapping up things here. Excuse me, Mr. Henry. Pressing matters to attend to. You may go. Yeah. Alright, the sheriff let me search the scene first. Let's see what traces this man has left behind. Okay, so we've got walk, examine, interact, and talk. Walk to the kitchen door. Oh, okay, so in here. Examine the shelves. It's a couple of shelves full of ingredients. Nothing of interest to you. Wait, can I walk with like W? No, okay. Oh, there's like a vault. Examine the doorknob. It's broken off the doorknob from the closet door. Can I... Where's the doorknob? I best leave it here, it's evidence. A safe with a combination lock no doubt didn't come with a hefty price tag. I was in there, must be valuable. Someone tried to break it open. Tried to, it's broken open. Didn't turn the combination lock. Oh, the safe is there. Dents are interesting. Someone was eager to get the things inside the safe. I'll need to find the combination code for it first. Supplies, cooking, and their fair meals. Lots of useful ingredients. Not that I've... Can I... go into the kitchen? I have no business in the kitchen. The cellar is a crimson. Okay. We've got puzzles, baby. Now I'm gonna talk to them and walk around mine. Oh, something changed. Peculiar can. This can stands out from the others. There seems to be nothing special about it, besides its red label though. Well, interact with it. Perhaps something is hidden inside. That's odd. It seems to be firmly attached to the shelf. Talk to it. Well, examine it then. This can says of... Okay, so... a red can. What about on this shelf? Anything of interest? Oh, that changed, did it? No. Well, that doesn't help me. Oh, look, muddy footsteps. Must investigate those. This is interesting. They must be recent, considering that the mud at the heel of those tracks is still soggy. The tracks are oddly large, must come from a person with large feet. Interesting. Examine the broken glass. There are no traces of blood on the shards. Whoever forced his way in must have broken the window with an object. Where's the object then? It's the door leading outside. Sheriff is waiting for me. He looks slightly impatient, bored perhaps. Okay, so we got broken glass, so now we're gonna find an object that they broke shit with. What about examining these shells? All shells, full ingredients, nothing. Okay, so... Some light creeping in from the hall. Wait a minute. A hunting rifle jackpot. A small inscription in the stock of the rifle. HG, could it be Heinrich Gottfried? Perhaps the helpful, tragic old man is not innocent after all. I think that about settles it for this scene. I should get back to the sheriff outside. I did it. Can I hold to make him walk further? No, it's a click, click, clickety clack. I have to. I don't want to examine it. I want to interact with it. Another crime scene studied clean. I should report back to the sheriff. I did it. Sheriff, may we be onto something? Let's head back to the station. Alright, Detective Dale. We'll have to make it on foot. Deputy Brennan had to take the car. Oh, god damn it. That's just fine. We can discuss things on the way. Look at him go! We found things during my investigation. Good, good. What did you find? Well, I happened to note a pair of rather large, partly muddy footprints just below the stairs. There was also a closet for which the handle and lock had been busted open. Did you find anything inside? Here comes the exciting part, Sheriff. You see, inside the closet was this safe with a combination lock. No cheap hardware, I figure. Interesting, go on. Besides the safe, there's a rusted hunting rifle against the wall. What? With the inscription HG. HG, Heinrich Gottfried. My thoughts exactly, Sheriff. This could very well be the key to cracking this case. The rifle. I wonder, though, why a combination lock safe. Perhaps we should try and find the code. A rifle? Your father never had a rifle during his time here. I know, because my father was worried. Very much doubt my father had a rifle, even in secret. The safe, though, a combination lock? What could that code be? I have an idea. Let's head back to the apartment, see if we can find anything. Great idea, Emily. I know if my father right, he'd at least leave some clues. I was reading the wrong. Let's search this place then. Searchy, searchy. Drawer might be something inside. Let's see what's in here. Aha, there's a note here on yellow paper. It says the order is 312. Reveals this. Oh, definitely a clue, but what does it mean? Okay, 312. Let's see here. No clues, any combination. Okay. Shows to. Okay, what? Oh. Interact with whatever that is. Opens the cabinet. Nothing. Great. What about this painting? Something's drawn on the far side, on the side of the frame. It's a pair of numbers. It says 213. I'm gonna need a notepad or some shit. You know what? A mobile device is or notepad on it. So what did this say? 213. That's a weird. Anything like that, right? Yeah, 213. I've written down the numbers. Well, how do I need to, hang on, I need to save. Okay, so there's no inventory thing. I think it's just you find the clues and they do that and they automatically remember it. Fridge. It's crammed full of stuff. I doubt that would. What about the oven? Something's on the oven. Nope, nothing. Up on the range hood. What about the desk lamp? There's always something on a desk lamp. No use fiddling with. Okay. What did you find, Emily? Interact with the bed. There's something under the mattress. It felt even last night. It's a number plaque for apartment doors. Wait, I recognize this. It's the number plaque from our old apartment back home. Dad kept it for all these years. The number 3 is etched on the top of it. Okay. Hey Gabriel, look at this. There's a slip of paper in the back of this book. It says 1, Gabriel's birth month. My birth month is June, which means this number gives us the number 6. So we have the supposed order of the numbers and the numbers themselves. Now we just need to know which direction to turn the dial. I found a note in one of the desk drawers. It's the odd nun that reveals the directions. Let's head to the soup kitchen cellar and see what we'll find. Woo! Finally made it back to the precinct. No, we haven't made it there yet. Oh, they walked past it. Oh no, they've got your father. We must find out what's in that safe. If it can help us help my father. I'm just gonna be here myself. Alright, there's a police officer patrolling right outside the entrance. Emily's outside stalling him. I've got the safe open quick. Contaminating the crime scene. Alright, time to crack the safe open. The numbers are 6, 13, and 9. What? Enter number and direction combination, press turn. Example, what? Shit. God damn it. Numbers are 6, 13, and 9. Wait, what? Ah. There's only a diary in the safe. First page reads, "The greatest secret of my life, my burden to keep." That's the name of the game. No time to read now, I should get back to Emily. Perhaps there's something in this that proves Dad's innocence. Well, Mr. Heinrich, the lost man returns finally. I suppose you know where you are, why you're here? I had nothing to do with James' death, I swear. So you do know why you're here? Good. I swear, officer, I didn't kill him. You must believe me, I've never hurt a person ever. Detective Dale, I'm a detective, Mr. Heinrich. Detective Dale, I've been trying to hard, simple life here. Can't read, sorry. It's not easy. I've been a respecting and helpful man. Being treated very unfair. Consider that you're helping feed the less fortunate and all. But right now, all our leads point towards you being the perpetrator. For goodness, someone must be trying to frame me. I ask you to remain calm, Mr. Heinrich. If you are indeed as innocent as you claim, then we will find that out. Oh, what happened at the party? I've heard you attended the party of the mayor last night. Yes, this is correct. I understand that the mood turned for the worse while into the festivities. Well, yes. The local reverend found it appropriate to express his distaste for my beliefs. And you responded, you fought fire with fire. Yes. I'm not proud of what I did, but for once I stood up for myself. There's no crime in that, defending yourself and your right. So as long as it didn't involve violence. No, not from my part. So it wasn't a fight for the physical time? No, mostly not. The Reverend got further enraged and pushed me, screaming at me. James stepped in there, asking the Reverend to leave the premises. The rest of the attendees left after that. I see. So you stayed at the mansion? Stayed a while longer. Yes, James wanted to discuss the incident. We were good friends, so he had heard of the hateful comments that I've had to endure. That was the first time he observed their prejudice firsthand, I assume. Yes, it was. We've always been close friends, we talked about anything and everything. So he provides moral support for you and vice versa. Something like that, yes. When did you leave the mansion? And what time did you leave the mayor's mansion? Just after I had heard the gunshot. I was in the guest room, so I went downstairs to the mayor's study. I panicked when I saw that he had been shot. The window leading out of the study to the backyard was wide open. I didn't know what to do, so I ran out of the mansion, fearing that the killer was out to end my life as well. Interesting. Did you happen to catch a glimpse of the killer? No, I didn't. I guess he fled from the mansion. That would make sense. He heard your footsteps and ran out of there so he wouldn't get caught. So you believe me? You believe that I didn't kill the mayor? It's not what I'm saying. Well, Mr. Heinrich, we'll see. Someone has broken into the soup kitchen cellar. What? Who would do that? That's what I wanted to ask you. Someone had busted into the storage where you keep your safe. But the safe, there was a rifle resting against the wall. Oh, a rifle, monsieur? Indeed. I'm surprised you, surely it must be yours. No, I don't even have a license. Either way, we found it in your cellar. It had blood stains on the nozzle. This matter, Helmer was murdered. He was shot point blank in the head. Geez, by a rifle. The bullet would suggest that the murder weapon was just that, a hunting rifle. A point blank with a hunting rifle, Jesus. But Mr. Dell, I've never owned a rifle in my life. And yet it had your initials on it. HG. And I find it curious that you chose to switch the order of your initials. I swear, Mr. Dale, I've never owned a rifle. You found it in the kitchen cellar? Yes, along with a few other curious leads, among them a pair of muddy footsteps. Wait a minute, let me see your shoes. Your feet, they don't match the size of the tracks in the cellar. Those tracks were enormous. Do you know of anyone with very large feet? What? Well, please, Mr. Heinrich, this concerns a vital detail to the case. Does anyone come to mind? No, I haven't particularly noted people's shoe sizes. The initials, what's the name of the town's priest? It's Henry Gilmore. Oh, that's it, Henry Gilmore. It all makes sense. Why would you leave your rifle there? Wait, does this mean... Oh, I'm sorry, I can't let you go just yet. But if I can still trust my gut feeling, you'll be out of here tonight. Bezie, Sheriff, get your sidearm. We're going to find Henry Gilmore. Oh, you crazy looking... Alright, I'm afraid if we do this the easy way. Gilmore, surrender yourself. We know you murdered the mayor, you bastard. I should have known I would not get away with this. I heard of your arrival in town this morning, Detective. Naturally, I was on edge, fearing that you'd find the evidence I tried to point to the Jew. It seems my suspicions were justified. Oh, well, shit! Oh, Mr. Gilmore, I must ask you to calm down. This doesn't have to end in a bloodbath. This has already ended it. is already a bloodbath. It's too late. Tell him that there's still a chance. Tell him to surrender or you will shoot. Don't force us to use our weapons, Henry. Go right ahead, Detective Dale. What difference will it make now? I don't think he's more compelled to drop the gun now. Well, I tried. Henry, why did you murder the mayor? I suspect it's for more reasons than that fight at the party last night. Evidently, yes. He had committed a sin, a terrible crime to mankind. An act of treason against the Lord. What did Mayor do exactly? What was so serious that you thought he had to kill him? No, I will not even speak of the horror. The man was stained impure. We are all doomed because of what he did. Remind that James had a daughter. Young Miss Scott do without her father. She can't afford to keep the mansion to herself. She'll be without a home. I never really thought of that. She shouldn't have had to suffer for whatever sins you claim the mayor committed. You're right. Oh, poor Miss Scott. What have I done? Oh crap, looks like he's about to pull the trigger. There's only one way to end this. I might have acted blindly, Lord, but I hope that you can forgive me for my actions. Please forgive the soul of the James and the Jew. They didn't know. Accept me now as patron on your holy land. Oh shit! Wasn't expecting that. We'll have the time and the world for each other. There'll be none more than two of us. I look forward to the approaching day, my dearest James. What? Do you think they were... I don't know. I mean, it seems like... Is this why Father's been acting strange lately? Father, you're back. We followed the clues to get the safe open. We hoped we could find something that proved your innocence. But does this mean, were you... You were always a smart child, Gabriel. I think you've figured it out right now. I'm sorry I couldn't bring myself to tell you. I guess in a way it proves my innocence. I hope that you won't think less of me, my son. No, don't say that. I'm just glad that you're back, Dad. Well, that was a turn. Holy shit. That was a quick turn of events. What? Holy crap. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed that, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and I think I'm going to be doing a lot more of these point-and-click adventures. There's a couple that I found that... There's one that I found that's quite long that I might do by putting a couple parts, but I really enjoy these, so I think I'm going to be doing a lot more of these. Hopefully I can find a few more short ones like this that don't take too long. But if you did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe, and I shall catch you in the next video on the channel. See you then.